Does anyone else's toddler demand a banana and then immediately refuse to eat it because you've peeled it wrong, or there's a bruise, or they just didn't want that specific banana, or they just thought they'd look at it, or you peeled it and then realized it's a banana and they didn't want a banana. They wanted, I don't know what they're thinking. Anyway, and then you've got a banana and you're like, well, what do I do with the peeled banana now? Because I don't want to eat it. I've already had banana today. And I don't want to waste it because that's a waste of food. So I decided I'm going to make some relatively healthy banana muffins for the kids in the hopes that they might actually eat some kind of fruit. So I've peeled 2 bananas and I've chucked them in the stand mixer. You could just mush them up with a fork, but I'm bougie and I've got a stand mixer and I want to use it, so I'm using it. And they're all getting nice and mushed, mush. And I don't know if you can just about tell, but I've stuck in 2 eggs as well. So they're getting mushed in with the lovely banana-y mixture. And then we are going to take it off the stand mixer once it's all finished mushing together. Clearly I got distracted here by somebody demanding something from me. Usually one of the kids comes in when I start cooking and needs help with something. You know what kids are like. Anyway, here we go. There's our banana egg mixture. There is no specific order for what I put things into this mixture other than that I mush the bananas first. We're adding 160 grams of plain flour. You could add self-raising, you could add whatever you've got in the cupboard. It's not fussy, we'll just chuck in some flour. Then this is some baking powder, about 1.5 teaspoons, but I don't bother measuring it. I just tip it into the lid and hope for the best, because I'm busy. And here is some vanilla essence, about a teaspoon-ish, but again, I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to tip it in and do it quite high, because I haven't got time for messing about with measuring spoons. And then we're going to wait a minute while I clearly got distracted again by a child, and we're going to measure out some butter. So this is about 100 grams of butter. Now, I will say I'm sticking it in a mug and then I'm going to put it in the microwave to melt it. I've tried doing this without melting the butter and it does not work. For some reason, it just doesn't work properly. They go all kind of, I don't know how to describe it, greasy and explodey. It just doesn't work as well. So do melt the butter. It's my one thing that you do actually have to do for this recipe. Melt that butter, stick it in, stick it all back in the stand mixer or whisk it together or stir it, whatever you want to do. Mix. Make sure you've stuck the oven on to heat up, about 180 degrees. And I've got a fan assisted oven, so about 180 degrees in the fan assisted. That's Celsius, by the way, because we're in the UK. I am making these as muffins today. I have made them as mini muffins before. When you make them as muffins, they take about half an hour in the oven. When you make them as mini muffins, they take about 15 minutes. So we're just going to put some mix into the cases. Now, I have got very fussy children. Oh yeah, there's no sugar in this recipe, by the way. You could add sugar if you wanted to, but I'm trying to make it a little bit healthy so that I don't feel guilty because, you know, mum guilt is real. So there's that. So we're going to about halfway fill the cases. My children are very fussy, so one of them doesn't like chocolate chips. The other 2 do like chocolate chips. So for the one who doesn't like chocolate chips, I am going to put some sprinkles on the top of the muffins. And for the ones who do like chocolate chips and sprinkles, I will do half the batch with some chocolate chips in. You don't have to add the chocolate chips or the sprinkles, but I know that my children will not even consider eating these if there isn't some form of sugar involved. So, you know, we just gotta roll with it. One day they might actually eat a fruit or a vegetable. I can live in hope, can't I? So that's the ones in that are getting the sprinkles on, and today we are just using up whatever sprinkles we've got in the cupboard. So I'll find some in a minute, and there's some chocolate chips going in, just about a handful. It's probably too many, so I added some more because why not? And again, filling the cases to about halfway full. I think they're nicer with the chocolate chips in. I don't like sprinkles that much. Are you a chocolate chips or a sprinkles kind of person? And obviously I'm very messy at doing this because I'm being distracted by my 1,000 children asking me a million questions and demanding things of me. I love them dearly, but they are very demanding at the moment. I think we're in peak demanding age. And I should get my spatula out and clean the bowl properly, but you know, there's life. So I'm just gonna hope for the best with the spoon. Make sure you get that last chocolate chip because I mean, that's the good bit. We don't want to waste that. So we look like we're using up some Valentine's Day heart sprinkles. It has just been Valentine's Day here in the UK, so we are not buying new sprinkles till we use up what we've got. So we're using these up. They are pink and sugary. They don't actually look very appetizing to me, but they remind me of bacon bits. I don't know why. That's probably not a good association. But yeah, so we're going to stick them in the oven for about half an hour. And then I forgot about them in the oven, so they're a little bit well done because somebody needed the bathroom, and then I got distracted, and the laundry, and I just, the timer only beeps for so long and then it turns itself off. So it is what it is. We're calling it good. They're out of the oven. They're a little bit browner than I would like, but they're still fine. And believe me when I tell you, I made 12 muffins on this day, and by the end of the day, by bedtime, there was one left. So the kids definitely liked them. I'm just going to show you inside one just now. There you go. Nice and spongy. I'm terrible at getting a good view with the camera, but there you go, all done. Enjoy!